I'm not gonna lie, renovating your villa is a journey, but it's all worth it when you see that transformation. And so if you're a brave person and want to start the process, stay tuned for more tips on how to renovate your villa in Dubai. So you're brave and want to start a major villa renovation project in Dubai. That could be a game changer, but you have to plan it right. Let's walk through getting started, budgeting, and design planning. Step one, budgeting. The most important part of the villa renovation process. Make sure you start with a realistic budget because renovations can get expensive, especially in Dubai. So I usually plan for around 15 to 20% overage charges so that there's no surprises. All right, so step two, planning your space. That is really important to take the time to understand your villa's layout. Because you want to identify the rooms you want to transform. A lot of that comes down to, designing and prioritizing, what we talked about earlier, which is functionality and aesthetics. And so for me, it was about, getting that farmhouse look with sleek, black and white accents. You need to figure out how to plan the space. Step three, hire the right designer and do it early. I can't stress this enough. People try to do this backwards, but don't rush this step. Choose the right designer in advance. Talk to a bunch of different designers because you want someone who understands your vision and can plan a lot of the last minute issues that come up, and you avoid a lot of lost time or wasted time. All right, step number four, I've talked about this before, choosing the right materials. And so this is where your vision is really gonna come to life. You wanna make sure that you're choosing high quality finishes that make all the difference. In my villa, I chose really high quality items, including, marble and, custom cabinets, as you can see. And I think it really gives a nice luxurious look, but also very welcoming and warm. So for me, that was important. Figure out what's important for you. Step five, plan your outdoor space. Try to do in parallel. Don't wait until the end to try to figure out what you're gonna do with the outdoors because, for me, I designed a separate office space that would allow for me to use for work and a little bit of relaxation. But ultimately, it's the best use of space. So I'll also have an outdoor deck, a pool, and I think that's gonna maximize my space, especially with, such a large plot. Finally, step six, and I might have taken this to an extreme, make sure you stay involved in the entire process. Obviously, if it's a DIY, you're gonna be doing all the work, but even if you're using a contractor, you wanna make sure that you're coming on site, checking how things are going, and making sure that things are not lost in the cracks, because otherwise, that's where you see a lot of mistakes happen.